everybody. Hope everybody's Thanksgiving was great. Hope everybody was safe. So today, for a topic video, I'd like to talk to everyone about intermittent fasting. 7 benefits for intermittent fasting. Alright, so I know that everybody doesn't like using intermittent fasting, and some people believe that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. All that aside, because I'm going to do a different video on that. I've used intermittent fasting during dieting, and it's really great because you're able to eat more calories toward the night whenever you start getting more hungry, or for a bigger meal like dinner. So number one would have to be, intermittent fasting is said to increase focus. I don't know if that's true or not. I know that when I'm at work during the morning and I've fasted through the night into the morning, I'm not so much worried about food once I get used to it. During my first initial diet, like I said, during the cut part of my diet when I was decreasing a bunch of calories, it was really simple. Focus on what I needed to do in the morning without having to worry about, am I going to get this meal in? Am I going to make sure I eat breakfast because it's the most important meal of the day, or whatever the case may be. I was able to focus more on work, getting what I needed done before my first meal, which would be normally right before lunch. It was around 10-ish. That's when I would break my fast. Studies have shown that it helps with focus. I don't know if the studies are really backed or true. They really pointed toward, using the monks because the monks fast and stuff like that. I don't know for sure if that is sound evidence or not, but I know for me personally, it helped with focus because I didn't have to focus on food. I could focus on other stuff. Number 2 is it helps productivity. Now this kind of goes toward focus, like what I was saying earlier. Productivity being that I have a full-time job. I don't have to stop and try to have a snack every 2 to 3 hours, and I'm able to do more. I can do more, have more time to do stuff, because I'm not stopping every 2 to 3 hours to get that little snack in that some people believe that you should eat throughout the day. Again, this is for me, this is how I feel personally. So if you think you should eat throughout the day, then by all means do that, because that's what works for you. But for me, it helped me to have those bigger meals and to not feel as hungry. So it increased my productivity because I didn't have to stop and go back to my office, have a meal, if I could even get the meal in, the snack in, and then just keep going through my day. So increased productivity, it definitely helped. 3, intermittent fasting is very convenient, super convenient. Why do I say this? Because if you're not packing 8 snacks throughout the day, I mean, that's insane. I already pre-cook my meals, prep my meals on Saturday anyway, or Sunday, whatever day works out. You don't have to pack all those snacks, lug all those snacks around with you, make sure you get all those snacks in. It's super convenient. Intermittent fasting is just super convenient. You have 2 or 3 meals out of the day, and then you get all your calories in that way. So that's great. Number 4, intermittent fasting helps so much with cutting. Whenever you're cutting, intermittent fasting is definitely key to my cutting. That is, if I had to say that's a secret to anything as far as my diet went, intermittent fasting while I was cutting was definitely the key, because you're able to put off all that food because you don't have very much anyway when you're in a deficit, when you're in a caloric deficit. So you're able to put off all that food and eat a lot of it later. You're going to get used to intermittent fasting, which is what I'm going to talk about next. But you're going to get used to it. So as soon as your body starts to adapt to that, and you start, being able to put off your meals until later in the day, you're not going to miss those calories throughout the day that you think that you need, or that your body thinks that it needs, because it's going to start using that fat. Hopefully not muscle. I mean, some of it's going to be muscle, especially when you're cutting. It's almost inevitable that some of your muscle is going to go away, your strength is going to go away while you're cutting. But you're going to be able to use a lot of that stored energy throughout the day, and then have your bigger meals at night. So that's going to help with your cutting, especially when you don't have a whole lot of calories, like I was saying, to have throughout the day. So you just put them off and eat them later in the day. So you definitely don't starve yourself. Like I said, the fasting window should be about 12 hours. You should be about a 12-hour fast, and then cut your fast off about 10 o'clock is what I hit mine. So go to bed at 10 o'clock in the morning, I eat something, whatever it is. Flexible dieting, I eat whatever I feel I need to eat to fill my macros. So all the way up until then, nothing to eat, and then I just have lunch and then dinner, and that's it. So I have a really big meal for dinner to fill up those calories, to fill up the rest of my macros. Alright, number 5. Number 5 is a pretty important one. It'll help you to keep from overeating. Now it seems like since you're doing an intermittent fast that you would want to overeat. But like I said, as soon as you get used to it, it'll help keep you from overeating because you'll be able to push those meals further in the day, and you won't be hungry at night, because whenever we get home and we're thinking more and more about food, we're going to be sitting there thinking about food and wanting to eat, and that's when we'll overeat. That's when we're more tempted, is when we're comforted, we're sitting at home, we're ready to eat, we want to eat. Throughout the day, we're not so much thinking about it because we're busy through the day. We're just going and going and going through the day. So it'll definitely help you from overeating. Number 6. Like I was saying before, your body will adapt to intermittent fasting. So you don't have to worry about, is it going to be good for you or not? I mean, it's going to adapt. Your body will adapt. It is good at being adaptable to a lot of it. It'll definitely adapt to intermittent fasting. Now, like I said, the first couple of times you're going through intermittent fasting, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be really hard to get used to getting into the groove and training your body to want to go into this caloric deficit and fasting and not eating through the morning and waiting until night. So it just pushes all your meals back. So if you're able to keep track of it throughout the day, then you don't have to intermittent fast. But this is just a tool. So this tool will help you, I believe, into diet and help you lose weight while you're in that caloric deficit. And once you're used to it, you feel fuller throughout the day anyway. So you'll get used to that intermittent fasting, you'll feel full, you won't even notice that you're really doing it anymore. Right now, being that I'm in a bulk, it is really hard for me to even eat a whole lot because I'm used to the intermittent fasting. So I'm still pushing my meals till 10 o'clock. I'm still trying to get all these calories in, and I've got a lot more calories to get in, so it's really difficult for me to do that. Now I'm starting to eat more in the morning throughout the day because I'm no longer cutting, so I'm starting to bulk now, so I'm trying to get more calories in. But like I said, I was used to the intermittent fasting, so I got used to it. I ate through the day and went all the way until the end of the night. I didn't eat hardly anything, and then I had my big meal at the end of the night, my snacks, whatever I wanted at the end of the night to fill the rest of my macros. It worked out great. And number 7 I feel is probably the most important. And not to say that the other ones weren't important, but this is the most important for people who do flexible dieting. So if you're on a different diet, this might not pertain to you. But if you're a flexible dieter like I am, intermittent fasting is going to work great for you because you're going to be able to get all these, other meals in that you want and enjoy, and to kill your cravings right there at the end of the night or toward the middle of the day right before, so you don't have to worry about overeating. You know what I'm saying? Intermittent fasting is going to allow you to make your flexible diet easier. Not to mention, flexible dieting mixed in with intermittent fasting is going to give you the opportunity to have these cheat meals like I did. Like I said, every weekend I had a cheat meal through my diet, and I'm not contest prepping or anything, guys, so I had a cheat meal every weekend throughout my diet. I was still able to consistently lose weight because as you're intermittent fasting, you're going to feel full faster, so you're not going to binge eat, you're not going to overeat, and you're going to feel great. You're going to feel full, you're going to feel satisfied. But that being said, we don't want to cheat all the time. You want to make sure that 80% of your food or so is from whole foods because, we're trying to be healthy. We're not trying to cheat all the time. During these cheat weekends that I had, a lot of the food was whole meals. I didn't go to McDonald's or anything like that. I went to steakhouses and stuff like that. Just some places take the wife out for dinner. Stuff like that. There were still whole foods. There was nothing that I did really bad. I still had a conscious mind about it. So make sure to keep that in mind, guys. So that's it. 7 reasons, benefits I think intermittent fasting provide. Try it. Give it a shot. I think it helps. If you think it helps, that's great. Give it a shot. If it doesn't work for you, then just go back to the way you were doing before. It's not going to kill you. Nothing's going to set you back. You know what I mean? You've got your whole life. This is a lifelong journey, guys. Not just going to end. So if you feel that you messed up for a month by doing this, then switch back after that month. Also, there's some people who can't intermittent fast, and I completely understand that. I'm not saying that everybody should do this. This is definitely not for everybody. My wife, for one, she can't intermittent fast because she has hypoglycemia, so she can't go the whole day without eating. It starts to give her headaches, she starts to feel sick, and different people just don't like doing that. They'd rather just eat their calories throughout the day. And that's totally fine. I mean, I'm not saying one way is better than the other, definitely. There's all kinds of ways to do things, guys, and everybody's body is different. Everybody's going to tell you that, and there's no way to tell exactly how your body's going to work, so you just have to mess around. Figure out what works best for you, and intermittent fasting worked great for me. So it's just another tool that you're able to use along with flexible dieting to make sure that you get into your cut properly to help you lose that weight, to help you get down to where you can eat what you want, eat a good amount, and not feel hungry later on and feel like you're starving and then blow your diet. Let me know if you've intermittent fasted in the comments below. Tell us how you did it. Tell us what benefits you think that these intermittent fasting tools or flexible dieting tools helped and worked for you or didn't work for you. If, there might be a better diet out there that no one's heard of yet. Flexible dieting is still relatively new, so a lot of people still don't believe that flexible dieting works. I for one do, because it worked great for me. You just have to remember that these, flexible dieting is not the end all be all. You can't just go out and eat anything you want and lose weight. You will lose weight if you stay under your calories, your caloric deficit. You will start to lose weight, but you're not going to feel healthy, and that's definitely not what we're shooting for. We're shooting for you to be healthy, you to be strong, to feel better, not just to lose weight. Like I said, guys, make sure to like, comment down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Subscribe, and teach their own, guys.